I'm Tom Harris. I'm the technical demonstrator for the cyber department at USW. It really does open up the idea that, first of all, cybersecurity isn't just a computer, a square box on a desk that's got a bunch of flash drives in it. It's not just a computer. Cybersecurity is also using logic controllers, having something like a little factory, essentially, that I can wheel in on a trolley, is so much more effective than saying, here's a virtual version of it, do this. We can use it in a few ways. Obviously there's the basic way, which would be any company that would, or person that would use this to teach. You can show them how different parts work, which one's the most efficient, which one's not. But in our cybersecurity context, we like to use it in a way to help people identify the faults. So, for example, let's say we put a fault in one of the gripper arms. Okay, it doesn't push down enough force, or it doesn't grip correctly. That's a fault that we've put in. The fail in the trend analysis could then appear. We can get the students like, look at the trend analysis, tell me where the problem is. And then the problem's there, and I say, how do you think that problem got there? And then I'll tell them that somebody had plugged into the PLC and introduced this issue via, maybe it was in a USB stick, maybe it was on a laptop and they just injected the code, maybe somebody had hacked into the password for the PLCs and introduced it via TIA portal. It really is a matter of trend analysis being used to identify problems. It's a bit like logging in a security sense with other software that we use. It helps people identify faults, either after they've happened or as they happen.
As we've covered today, this thing does have vulnerabilities. It has different ways of attacking it, and actually taking the chance to pick at it and go, okay, but actually how can I get into it is something I'm very much looking forward to.
It's much more interesting because now we get to see like the HMI interface as we have studied about it. We get to see how this process also plays out in a much more like industrial, company and just like space. So I would say it's much more easier. We get to see what the PLC really looks like.
Okay, so I think understanding how a system works is the first step to understanding how to defend against attacks to that system. So if we are to secure an OT technology like this, then we need to first understand how it works, the internal logic and the internal controls. Then we can develop measures to secure it against malicious attacks.
With this kit, they can see that it works, but there's no danger, and they can modify it on the fly, especially if they're plugging in, running the code. There's a problem, go back, fix the code, run it again. Is there a problem? No, excellent, move on to the next step, and so on and so forth. And that's particularly having them so portable, even if they are relatively large, having them portable on a little trolley makes it a lot simpler for students to learn concepts like ladder logic. To be honest, I'm very impressed actually with how quickly some of them caught on. They've all caught on quite well in the sense of they all jumped in, especially some of them who have shown quite a keen interest in going into this field. We have a very good conversion rate, something like 96% of students get a job in the next 12 months after they graduated.